Now, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I just finished Legend of Korra, bro, and that shit was dead ass some fucking heat, bro. Like, alright. Now, Avatar is, a peak show. Like, that shit is amazing. Like, 10 out of 10, like one of the greatest works of fiction of all time. But Korra, in my opinion, is like, I feel like I overestimated it a little bit in what I just said. Like, it's a good show, and I'd even say it's a really good show, but it's no Avatar. Now today I'm gonna just talk about like some shit I liked about Korra, like the show Korra, and then some dislikes. Now some shit that I liked about Korra, bro, is first of all that nigga Milo, bro.
Chase my berry!
That nigga Milo is the funniest character that we've ever seen in a fucking Avatar show, bro. That nigga would just be farting around, fucking wind blasting people, fucking saying this dumbass crazy shit, bro. If copyright doesn't like fuck me up, I'll probably have a compilation playing of like some Milo just doing some stupid shit, bro, because that shit was dead ass like one of my favorite parts of the show. Like just just like watching it and seeing Milo just be a fucking dumbass. Like especially when he had that bald haircut, bro. Like that nigga Milo was a menace, bro. And I think he's one of the most underrated like points about the show because like he dead ass made me like smile and laugh like every time he was in like an episode. And like when Korra would just do some stupid fucked up shit and like I would just get really pissed off just from like the decisions people were making. I really always loved Milo because like bro, he was just a fun ass time, like just a fun ass character. Now, one of the things I also really liked about Korra is fucking Tenzin, bro. And one thing I really love is just fucking characters who are just stick in the mud, like you know what I'm talking about? Like they're just like always just like they're just so uptight and they're just mad at everything. Like bro, him versus Boomy fighting. That shit was so funny, and him with all the airbenders, like bro, this dude is just straight like just always just mad at someone. He can never just loosen up, and I love characters like that because it's always so funny. I should have some funny moments of Tenzin playing like before like I talk about him, but bro, he is so funny, bro. Like he's hilarious, and I think he's like pretty underrated because bro, I mean, this is really off topic. I'm just saying this to stress the video out. But when I like, after I watched the Avatar and I saw like the cover of Korra, I thought like Tenzin was gonna be like Aang in the future. And yeah, bro, I thought that was Aang as like a mentor, which it's not, but I thought it was cool. I mean, I just thought his character design was really cool, and I like his dynamic between like Boomy, his brother, because like, Boomy has like you know what I'm saying, a chip on his shoulder because he feels like his dad only loved Tenzin, and like Tenzin is kind of like blind to it, and like it's a good little character thing. Now I'm gonna just make this like the next couple parts like pretty short, but I really fucked with Bolin. I thought he was funny, and I don't know why people hate on him so much because like I understand like he's not no Sokka or nothing, but he actually is he's a funny character, and even like if there's no character, like no development with him, at least he was always like nice to watch when he was on screen. Like he wasn't like one of those characters where like he's on screen, I'm just like, oh fuck, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like at least he always brought some good energy when he was on. What are some other things I liked? I like some of the boss fights. I really liked call it boss fights. I like some of the fights in the show. Like I really like the Korra versus Kuvera fight, like the first one they did. I thought that shit was really cool. Yeah, bro. What are some other things I like? I think there's more. Oh, I like the animation of the show a lot. It looks actually like really good. Yeah, bro. That pretty much goes it for the likes. Now, I'm gonna do like a little short section. I'm gonna just say like stuff I thought that was kind of mid about the show. So yeah, some things I thought that were like kind of mid about Korra, and like I'm kind of just indifferent about is definitely that girl, I forgot her, bro. I just watched the show, but I forgot her name. But you know the one that like dated Mako, like that girl. I feel like her character could have been something more, but like they kind of just like stopped trying with her, and like I guess it's fine, but like she's one of those characters like she was just on screen. She wouldn't bring any positive energy or no negative energy. It would kind of just be like middle. Like she seemed cool, but like there was nothing that made me want to like learn about her character more, if that makes sense. What are some other things I'm kind of indifferent about? Some of the villains in the show, like the bald dude, I forgot his fucking name, but like the bald dude who's like a evil airbender, that dude was like didn't really make sense because like he wanted like people to be free, but he was just like causing chaos, and like his motivations never really seemed right to me, and like they didn't really like, I don't know, he got set up. I thought he was gonna be like some really big important character, but like with some hella lore, but like his lore wasn't even that crazy. And yeah, I'm kind of just indifferent about him because like when I was watching him, it wasn't just like pissing me off, and it wasn't like making me happy when I saw him, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of just indifferent. Now, some of the things I hate about this show, let's start off with number one. I really hate this dude Mako because like, bro, he actually had potential to be like a cool character. Like at the start of the show, like sometimes the moody characters are pretty cool and like chill, but they have to get like developed, and we have to like understand why they're moody and like why they're closed off, and like they have to break like being closed off like in the show. Like they gotta work on themselves throughout the show. You know what I'm saying? But bro, this dude fucking Mako was just like a fucking asshole, right? I mean, not even really an asshole. I wouldn't say an asshole, but he was just like a whole bunch of nothing, but like kind of a bad bit of nothing. And like, so he wouldn't even like benefit the show at all. And it's like, and he would also make it a little worse when he was on screen, because there would always be some like dumbass drama between him and Korra and all that. Like, bro, when Korra kicked down his desk, bro, that shit was the stupidest shit ever. So that was me talking about Mako, right? Now, talk about fucking Korra, bro. Now, I really do not like this avatar, because to go from Aang being like the perfect protagonist to where he's still flawed but still is like a, like you'd want to be like Aang, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're watching the show, you're like, I would want to be like Aang, you know what I'm saying? Like he actually is like a good role model for a kid watching. Bro, a kid watching Korra, you do not want to become Korra, bro. And like people say her character developed throughout the show. I was watching it, bro. I really didn't see that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I understand that like, what's it called? Her character, like, she did have a little bit of change, but she still seemed like super like irritable and always on edge, and didn't really seem like an avatar. I think that's one thing. She didn't really understand what being an avatar is throughout the show, and I still feel like it ended without her really knowing, because she was always just punch first, questions later, always had a really hot temper. It was just like a really annoying just person throughout the whole show. And that's one way I think that's how I can perfectly just say Korra. It's just like an annoying ass girl, bro. Like, just if there's people at like probably that go to your school that are just like Korra, bro, like just an annoying ass girl, bro. And that's exactly what I felt. Like I didn't think, like I do not see Korra as like some cool like superhero, bro. I just see her as some like this annoying fucking girl who just be breaking shit and just be getting into drama. Now she did have some cool fights, and you know what I mean, and like, you know, she did do some cool shit. But like I just personally, like, I never really aligned with her character. And like she did do some cool shit. I will say that again. Like she did do some cool stuff. And like her character developed a little bit, but not as much, you know what I'm saying? To where I'm being like, oh yeah, she's just not just some annoying ass girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's Korra. Now, one thing I want to talk about, right? And this is probably like the final, no, there's one more thing after this I don't like about the show. But my second to last thing I don't like is that there's this thing in the show I noticed called the Korra cycle. And it's basically, there would be a big problem, right? And it was usually that Korra caused it, or just something like that. You know, it would be a problem that Korra caused, right? Then she would ask for help for someone. The person would try to give her help, and she would just give like some mean ass response and be like, nah, fuck you, I'm the fucking avatar. Like, bro, I gotta do this shit on my own. She does it on her own, makes everything worse. And then like the problem just gets so big. And that's what I like to call the Korra cycle, bro. And that's one thing about this show that I really didn't like, because it started getting like, I would watch it and I would just predict the events, and I would just always predict like, oh shit, Korra's gonna do something, it's gonna fuck it up, then someone's gonna have to save her, and it was just like a death loop, bro. And that's a fucking theory I made up about this show, and someone has probably said it in a YouTube video before, because if I noticed it and I didn't even look into the show that hard, someone definitely said it, but I just haven't watched any videos about it. But yeah, that's the Korra cycle right there. And let me know in the comments if you think I cooked up with that shit or not. You know what I'm saying? That's off the dome too. I ain't got no script. But let me get back on this shit, right? The last thing I really don't like about the show is that the fact that it exists. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that I think that in the next show, either should have been Avatar in like Aang's group in like their late teens or like their early 20s. And like because I think there could have been like a lot more explored, like what happened with Azula, you know what I'm saying? Where's General Zao? I mean, we know where General Zao is on Korra, but like, you know, there's still people left over, and I think there's still a story to tell with that group. And I'm thankful we're at least getting a movie about it, which is super cool. But you know what I mean? Like, doesn't it feel like they should have just went with them in their teens and their 20s, and then maybe moved it up to a little bit more of an adult audience, if that makes sense? Because I think the writers, if it was for more like an adult audience, I feel like they could have done like way better with it, but not just like scrap it and try to make like a new like whole IP, you know? Because I feel like that show would have fit better, even if like the Avatar gang was in Korra. Like I feel like all of them should have been still alive and maybe been like more mentors. I feel like that would have been cool. But I really would have liked the idea of like them having a show of Aang in his like late teens or in his early 20s, you know what I'm saying? Just like almost like a Naruto Shippuden or like type of deal, you know what I mean? Just like a time skip and we get a new show, because I'd rather watch a show than a movie, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's my likes and dislikes of Legend of Korra. Overall, I give it like a 7 out of 10, bro. It was a pretty good show. I just think that like there's some things that need to be worked. Well, need to be, bro. That shit's long gone now. But like, I just think there's some problems with it. But overall, it's a decent show. You know what I mean? If you like this video, like and subscribe. I usually don't make content like this, but if it gets good reception, then I'll do it. But bye bye.